I didn't see you there. Curtis here, and welcome to Curtis A. Deeter Presents, where I am going to talk to you about, well, things and stuff, I guess. But more specifically, I want to talk to you about story, because story is, after all, the thing that binds us together. Story is what makes us distinctly human, and story is a language that we can all understand. No, you shan't pass. I said you shan't pass. Oh, sorry. Jeez. Sorry, forgot we were filming there. Anyhow, I want to talk to you about story in a few different ways. I want to do some reviews of some books that I really love, some reviews of some books I don't like so much. I also want to read some of my stories to you. I've been granted permission by several authors in some of the anthologies I'm in to read some of their stories. Really incredible, talented men and women. I'm going to do some guest posts where we'll have some of them read their own stuff, because we do know every author has a unique voice. I'm going to continue on from there and do some interviews and a lot more other fun things. Maybe play some games and things like that. We'll see where it goes. You know, the options are pretty much endless at this point. We're just getting started, and today is just kind of a little introduction. Now, I'm an author of fantasy, science fiction, and horror. A lot of it is really kind of silly, but some of it's kind of dark. And I think my biggest influences have been Neil Gaiman and Terry Pratchett. So, to end today's introduction video, I want to share with you a couple quotes by them. The first one is Neil Gaiman, who said this in M is for Magic, and it really resonated with me, and it really talks about the importance of story and how it can shape an individual as they grow into themselves. Neil Gaiman said, "Stories you read when you're the right age never quite leave you. You may forget who wrote them or what the story was called. Sometimes you'll forget precisely what happened, but if a story touches you, it will stay with you, haunting the places in your mind that you rarely visit." I think this quote is really powerful. It shares with us the lingering effects of some of these things that we hear, things that we might take for granted. For me, it was 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. That story has stayed with me since I was a kid. I listened to it, I read it over and over and over again, trips between Wisconsin and Missouri, and that science fiction, adventure, that sort of leaked into who I am, not only as an author, but also as a human. So I think what Gaiman is saying is really pertinent. My other quote, a much shorter quote, by Terry Pratchett, who I think, inspired me to be a little bit silly when I write as well, which I think is equally important. Sir Terry Pratchett said, "People think that stories are shaped by people. In fact, it's the other way around." So that'll just about do it for this time. Thank you for coming and listening to Curtis A. Deeter Presents. I'm really excited to share with you a lot of these wonderful stories. In the meantime, I have one request from you. I want you to go out and tell your own story. Until next time, have a great night.